thing started. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today. And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Got him downfield. Wide open spaces. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Rush is on him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They just keep firing. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The Sun Devils have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly perfectly right there to pick up that first.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Volunteers want to move quickly.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That's caught. It's Butler. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Lining up to convert third down. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. No need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits zero. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground with the back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding.
Touchdown, Volunteer! A great catch and run for 6. They had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, and touchdown written all over because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got a man. It's Butler. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Fires to the middle. Trying to pull his way in. He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. And the Vols have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Fire into the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be fourth and goal, and it'll be a tough one. 42 Spider. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Got it in the middle, it's Udo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow route.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick release on the RPO.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
With the catch, it's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. To the air, it's Levitt. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. There's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Looking for more room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Defense not showing press coverage. On the run, it's Udo. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will boot it away to start the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. On target to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You've got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Butler. It's a seam wide open. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Thomas. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Matthews. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Spits it out to the back. It's complete to the left. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Quarterback making checks. They'll go up top on second and short. Behind the line, it's Thomas. Touchdown ball! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Hogs it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for running room, but they get him down to 28, and now they are set up.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Lost to fire on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Butler. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Second down coming up. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Matthews. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Levin. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's brought down with this interception. A huge play to end this quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going to take a shot. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Pocket breaking down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Returner is tackled out at the 41, and your Tennessee Volunteers will take over.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. The offense changing the play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And the ball's brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
To the air, it's Aguilar. Finds his man, it's Butler. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Short throw to the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and he's got a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure coming. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Levitt. Looking down the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
He wants a big play here late. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Off and running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Oh, they're after him. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
He's taking a deep shot. Makes the grab down the left side.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Keeps looking downfield. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Sun Devils are in the hurry up. DBs will try to keep everything in front. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance in their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game like...
Looking for the end zone. He makes a grab. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.